Mercedes' new hot wagon, the E53, is finally coming to America. A plug-in hybrid powertrain with up to 604 horsepower. I honestly like this vehicle. I love the interior. I'm in love with this vehicle from point A to point Z. This car looks amazing. Let's get into it. What is going on, boys and girls, and welcome back to another video. If you guys are rocking with the content, I just opened up my second YouTube channel where we're gonna do pretty much what we do here, but not automotive. We're gonna be reacting to different things that happen on a daily basis in life. I just did a video yesterday where we talked about the dire wolf, how they brought it back from pre-extinction, and that is insane. So I left a link in the description if you guys want to go check it out, and give your boy a subscribe and getting that second channel running. I really appreciate you guys, and I love you guys from the bottom of my heart for subscribing to this channel and supporting me. Do your boy a solid one. Hit the thumbs up and the subscribe. Let's get into it. So anyways, the 2026 Mercedes E53 Wagon will arrive into the United States. You know, we have a president now that has been putting tariffs pretty much on anything and everything that's coming from out of the country. And Mercedes is one of those companies that's going to get hit with tariffs. But Mercedes has decided to consume those tariffs and not pass them on to the consumer or us, the buyers of the vehicles. But the E53 wagon is eventually coming to America. 2026 is going to be arriving here, so it's going to be arriving later this year. It joins the E40 all-terrain and it features a plug-in hybrid powertrain. This is the Car Scoop article here, and it says AMG's new hot wagon coming to America as the cure for SUVs. So let's get into it. It says Mercedes didn't have much to say about the car, but it closely echoes its European counterpart and will ride on 20-inch wheels. 21 inches will be available as an option, as will be the AMG Night Plus, AMG exterior carbon fiber packages. Now, before we jump into the article, I want to look at this vehicle. I want to look at the pictures of this vehicle. I want to start here because I kind of move forward on the pictures. We're going to move a little bit back because I want to show you guys the interior because I love it. This is a picture here that looks amazing. I love the front of the vehicle. I love that huge grille with the Mercedes badge on it. I love everything about this vehicle. I love wagons, so I'm a huge fan of them. This is the interior, and it looks amazing. I love the steering wheel, how it has the kind of half cut. I call it the half cut here in the bottom. The infotainment is humongous. We see the paddle shifter. There's a lot of buttons on the steering wheel. Again, I do like my buttons, but don't overdo it. There is a lot of buttons here. We have the mode selectors also here. Let's go to this one. This one here on the side, if it actually clicks, here we go. So for the AMG package, or this one that we see here, it says AMG right on the bolsters of the seat. The seats look to be very comfortable. Side bolsters here that will for sure hold you down pretty good. And I see the interior lighting, which goes all the way around here, all the way even into the back seats over here and under the dash. I'm sure those are interchangeable. This is the back here. Looks really good. Has a lot of options here for anyone who's sitting in the back. Obviously, this will be your tilt down that always has. The front passenger has this like AMG emblem that I don't know if it illuminates either coming out from the wood or from the inside. Seems to have a lot of trunk space here. We see your kit here on the side. We see some stuff on the side, maybe an umbrella and a net. It does have a lot of trunk space. I'm a huge fan of this vehicle. If I had money to splurge, this would be a vehicle that I would love to look into it. So let's get into the article. And it says an assortment of options will be available, including AMG performance seats and Napa leather. Customers can also opt for an M-Box super screen, which adds 12.3 inches for the passenger display. That's pretty cool. On the performance front, there's a plug-in hybrid powertrain that consists of a turbocharged 3.0 liter inline six and a 28 kilowatt hour battery, an electric motor that's integrated into a 9-speed automatic. This gives the car the combination output of 577 horsepower and 553 feet-pound of torque. Those generous numbers enable the wagon to rocket a 0 to 60 in 4 seconds flat, and it hits a limit top speed of 155 miles per hour. And then speaking of performance, the E53 comes standard with the rear axle steering and an AMG ride control suspension and an adaptive dampening. So if the standard model isn't hardcore enough, you can opt in for the AMG Dynamic Plus package. It adds a race start mode that increases the output to 604 horsepower And it lowers the 0 to 60 to 3.8 seconds. That's a pretty decent bump. Besides the extra the variant has active engine mount, a limited slip rear differential, and increased top speed to 174 miles per hour. So that's about 20 miles per hour and increased top speed. They're joined by a leather and microfiber AMG performance steering wheel, as well as composite braking system with red caliper. And that again is the picture that we see, and it's amazing. I think this car is pretty good. It's very subtle, very nice for your family driving. It's seems like a very comfortable car, just like every Mercedes. But it does pack some power. It does pack some I've always been a fan of plug-in hybrid. I'm not a huge fan of lone star EVs, if you want to call it that, where just full EVs. That's where you lose me. But a plug-in hybrid added in this case to a 3.0 liter 6-cylinder turbocharged engine, this will do the works for me. So while Mercedes hasn't announced the official arrival date or pricing for the E53 wagon, it is expected to cost a few $1,000s more than the E53 sedan, which starts around $88,000. Plus you have your destination fee, which would still make it significantly more affordable than the Audi RS Avant, which is $126,000, and the BMW M5, which is $121,500. And even those numbers are playing into high speed. So this is another one here. This is the 2026 E-Wagon Edition 1. Has a different kind of seats. Still a lot of bolster here on the seats. Looks to be very comfortable. Still your bucket kind of seats, where if you want to have your 4-point harness or 6-point harness seatbelt, you can throw them here by the holes that have on the top of the headrest there. You get the Edition 1 there on the seats. This is the front of the vehicle. I love the grille. I'm not a big fan of this AMG decal. I've never have been. This car could definitely use a little bit of lowering stance. I'm not going to lie to you. Got some carbon fiber here in the middle. The big infotainment that's tilted. I'm not a big fan of tilted infotainments. I like the infotainments to kind of just be kind of like looking at me in the face. This kind of tilted one kind of just makes me feel like, makes my eye feel weird, like looking at it. So buyers looking for something more unique can opt for the option 1 variant, which is the one that we were looking at. It features a unique Alpine grain exterior with AMG graphics and 21-inch forged wheels. That's the one where they were mentioning in the front. The company said that we can expect distinct accents as well as special curated interiors with unique design emblems and extensive suits extensive suits for the standard equipment. Now, I like this, but I'm a bigger fan of this interior. This interior does it all for me. The wood grain also does it for me. I think it's super, super nice. I don't think it's wood grain. I think it's a different type of leather. I also like how these buttons here on the side, how these light up here. That's also pretty cool. Again, this one does have the tilted, which is the same vehicle. Still see your digital cluster there. This car, I like it. I really, really like this car. Again, if I had money to splurge, this would definitely be a car that I could look into. But anyways, the E53 wagon is coming to America. We don't know the arrival yet. We don't know the price yet, but we're in the range of anywhere between 80 to the low 90s. And hopefully we can see it out, driving, because it looks cool. I love the, tool tip exhaust on both sides. It just looks nice. I really, really like it. Anyways, if you guys are rocking with the company, do your boy a solid one. Hit the thumbs up and the subscribe for your boys. The second channel is up and running. If you guys want to go ahead and give it a subscribe and support your boys on that too, I really appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you on the next one.